Alright, so good day everyone. Indeyum. So in this video, I will show you the solution for practice set number 4. Ayan, so papakita ko sa inyo yung mga solution dun sa practice set number 4. So, kung titignan nyo, there are parang 18 items dun sa questions dun sa practice set na to. Pero dalawa lang talaga equations. So, dun sa dalawang equation, hinihingi yung mga sumusunod. So, ito yung mga hinihingi. So, una, hinahanap si the standard hinahanap si standard form of parabola. Ayan. Tapos pangalawa, hinahanap si opening. Hinahanap din si vertex. Si focal length. Then also the focal diameter. Hinahanap din si focus, then endpoints of latus rectum. Then hinahanap din si axis of symmetry, as well as yung last is hinahanap si directrix. So actually dalawang equation lang to. So dalawang tanong lang to basically. Pinapahanap lang sa inyo yung lahat ng to. Kaya mukha siyang madami. Okay, so without further ado, let's start this. Let's start the process on how to solve the two questions. So ito yung unang question. So for item number 1 to 9, ang question is this. Wait lang, allow me to copy. Yan, ito yung kwento, 13 tanong. So, unang question, for items number 1 to 9, given the equation, y squared minus 10y minus 27x plus 133 equals 0, write it in standard form. Now, class, una, tingnan natin, anong type of parabola ba to? Is it horizontal or is it vertical? So, kung naalala nyo, yung nagiging basis natin is kung anong groupings yung naka-squared. So for example, if ang naka-squared ay x minus h, so therefore horizontal siya. So therefore vertical. Pero kapag ang naka-squared na groupings ay y minus k, yun yung naka-grouping yun yung groupings na naka-squared, so therefore vertical siya. So sa ganito pa lang class, kapag yung parabola natin ay nakalagay sa standard form, dito pa lang makikita na kagad natin kung anong type of parabola to. Is it horizontal or is it vertical? So observe na ang naka-square is y. Okay? Since y ang naka-square, this is a horizontal parabola. Okay, so di nyo na siya kailangang i-transform muna sa standard form para malaman kung anong type of parabola to. Check nyo lang kung anong term yung naka-squared. So, since in this part, ang naka-squared ay y squared, so therefore, this is a horizontal parabola. Kung x squared ang naka-squared, so therefore, vertical parabola siya. Okay, now, let's solve for the standard form. So, how do we do that? So, first, write lang natin. So, y squared minus 10y minus 27x plus 133 equals 0. So, una, determine natin ano bang term ang naka-squared. So, sa katulad sinabi ko kanina, ang term na naka-squared is y. So, therefore, lahat ng y terms, i-isolate natin sa left side of the equation. Then, yung the rest, itatranspose natin sa, ulitin natin. So, since y squared ang naka-squared, so therefore, lahat ng y terms ay i-isolate natin sa left side of the equation. Then, the remaining terms ay itatranspose natin to the right side of the equation. So, let's do it. So, una, ang mga y terms natin dito is, we have the y squared, tsaka negative 10y. So, isolate natin siya sa left side. So, y squared minus 10y equals. Then, yung remaining na to, itong remaining na titira, tatranspose natin sa kabilang side. So, remember, when we transpose terms, same term, mag-iiba lang ng ng sign. So since this is negative 27, magiging positive 27 siya. 27x, then since this is a positive 133, magiging minus 133. Yan. Okay, next step is we complete the square of the left side of the equation. So let's complete the square of y terms. So una, open bracket, y squared minus 10y plus space, closing bracket, equals 27x, this must be 27x minus 133. Now, let's complete the square of y terms. So, since y terms ang kinocomplete natin, ano ba coefficient ni y? So, ang coefficient ni y is negative 10. So, divided by 2, then square it. So, ano rule natin? Ang i-evaluate lang natin is yung nasa loob ni parenthesis. So, negative 10 divided by 2, this is negative 5, then square. So, ang gagawin natin, si negative 5 square, ipa-plug in natin dito. So, this is going to be negative 5 square. Then, to retain the equality of this equation, whatever you add on the left side of the equation must also be added to the right side. So, idagdag din natin si plus negative 5 square dito sa right side. Okay, so at this point, kompleto na yung square natin. So, lagay ko na siya dito para may reference tayo. Okay, next part is we simplify. So, katulad ng tinuturo ko sa inyo, ang si-simplify lang natin is yung nasa right side ni equation. Ito lang yung si-simplify natin. So, basically, copy lang natin to. Ayan, so. Oh, wait. What happened? Ayan. So, copyin ko lang to. Ayan. Okay? Then simplify natin. So 27x minus 133 plus negative 5 squared is 25. Okay, now simplify pa uli natin. Let's simplify it even further. So 27x negative 133 plus 25 is ano ba to? So, negative 133 plus 25, this is equals to negative 108. So, negative 108. Alright. So, next is we factorize. So, factorize natin yung left side ng equation. So, paano tayo mag-factorize? So, ito yung tinuro ko since day 1. So, una, open bracket, y, space, closing bracket, squared. Kung ano yung nasa loob ni parenthesis, yun yung ipa-plug in natin dito sa space. So, nasa loob ng parenthesis natin ay negative 5. So, therefore, we add negative 5 here. Then, simplify. So, equals 27x minus 108. Okay? So, last step is we factor out, So, we factor out the coefficient of the of x dito. So, i-factor out natin to. So, how do we factor out? So, una, sulat natin 27. Open bracket. So, 27x divided by 27. So, matitira lang dito ay x. So, automatic ito lagi. Laging x lang matitira yung term mismo. Then, negative 108 divided by 27. This is negative 4. Okay? So, that's it. Now, this is our standard form of the equation. Ito na yung kagad sagot. So, this is the standard form of this equation. Ayan. So, this equation, ito yung general form. Ito yung standard form. Alright? So, yun yung sagot actually sa number 1. Now, sketch natin in order to find the following. So, una, let's find the vertex. Let's find the vertex. Okay? Tandaan, ang vertex natin ay nasa form ni HK. HK. Ang H, ito yung laging kasama ni X. Yung K, yung laging kasama ni Y. So, ano ba yung kasama ni H? Ni X? So, negative 4. So, ito yung binabaligtad lang natin yung sign. So, therefore, ang H natin is 4. Ano yung kasama ni Y? Which is K? Negative 5. Diba? Negative 5. So, kapag naging coordinate siya, binabaligtad lang natin yung sign. So, this is going to be positive 5. So, ito na yung vertex natin ngayon. So, 4, 5. Alright, so next is, let's look for the opening. Okay, let's look for the opening. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, katulad ng on how we find the opening. Una, let's solve for 4p. So, 4p. Okay, so para mas maganda, siguro, allow me to rewrite this. Ito yung standard natin eh. Ito yung standard form, tapos ito yung formula for this one. 4p x minus h. Ayan. So, saan ba equal yung 4p natin? So, ang 4p natin ay equals dito. Sa 27. So, 4p equals 27. Then, let's solve for p. So, 4p equals 27. Divide both sides by 4. So, cancel out ngayon si 4. Cancel out si 4. So, p is now equals to 27 over 4. Okay? Next, ano opening natin? So, remember, ang sabi natin kanina, this is a horizontal parabola. So, if this is a horizontal parabola, it's either facing to the ang opening nito, it's either to the left or to the right. Now, observe, ano ba yung p natin? Ang p natin ay positive. Okay, so since positive to, ang opening ng parabola natin is to the right. Ayan. Ang opening ng parabola natin ay to the right. Okay, so alam natin ngayon yung opening. Next, let's find the focal length. Ang focal length natin, nasan yun? The focal length. Ang focal length natin is equals to the absolute value of p. Eh, nasolve na natin si p. So, absolute value lang natin yan. So, p natin is equals to 27 divided by 4. Then, absolute value natin both sides. So, absolute value of p is equals to, again, 27 over 4. So, ito ngayon yung focal length natin. Next, let's find the focal diameter. So, focal diameter, okay, so focal diameter natin, this is equals to absolute value of 4p. So, katulad kanina, nasolve na natin si 4p. So, sulat na natin si 4p ngayon. So, 4p is equals to 27. Alright, then, absolute value natin both sides. So, 4p is equals to, ano ba absolute value ng 27? This is just 27. And that's it. So, we now know kung ano ba yung focal diameter natin, which is 27. Alright, so next, number 5. Draw natin, next step is, draw na natin yung graph. So, let's draw the graph. So, alam natin yung vertex. Ang vertex natin, let's say ito yung vertex natin. Okay, ito yung vertex natin. Tapos ang sabi, ano opening natin? To the right. So, yung parabola natin, ganito yung itsura niya. Ayan, ganyan yung itsura niya. Ayan, so ganito yung itsura ng parabola natin. Wherein ito yung vertex natin. Ayan. So, facing to the right. Or yung opening niya ay to the right. Okay, now, since alam natin yung graph, let's find the focus now. Tayo sa focus. Let's find the focus. Alright, so siguro mas maganda lagyan natin ng steps na para madali niyo sundan. So, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, this is step 5, drawing the graph. Okay, so step 6 tayo, let's find the focus. Now, paano natin nahalapin si focus? Balik tayo sa graph. Nasa ba yung focus natin dito? So, ang focus natin is somewhere right here. Okay? So, ang focus natin ay nandito. Okay? Gaano kalayo si vertex kay focus? So, ang layo ni vertex kay focus is equals to the focal length. Ano ba yung focal length natin? So, ang focal length, excuse me, So, ang focal length natin is, ano ba yung focal length natin? Absolute value of P, or ito, 27/4. So, ibig sabihin, ang layo ni vertex kay focus is 27/4. So, this is equals to 27/4. Alright. So, ang reference point natin, pag hinahanap si focus, is si vertex. Paano makakapunta si vertex kay focus? So, kailangan yung mag-move to the right. Diba? So, kailangan yung mag-move to the right. So, since mag-move siya to the right, okay, so sulat mo natin si vertex. Ang reference point natin dito ay si vertex, which is, ano yung vertex natin? Ang vertex natin is 4, 5. So, vertex natin is 4, 5. So, ang focus natin, ang vertex natin is 4, 5. So, in order para mapunta siya dito sa focus natin, kailangan niya mag-move to the right. Ilang units? 27/4. Now, question. Since mag-move siya to the right, ano gagalaw? Is it the x-coordinate or y-coordinate? So, ang gagalaw ay x-coordinate. Okay, so tama. So, x-coordinate kasi to the right. Now, question. Dagdag or bawas? So, dagdag. Magdadagdag tayo ng 27/4 sa x-coordinate. Sa x-coordinate. Ayan. So, 4 plus, so basically ganito, 4 plus 27 divide by 4. So, paano to? Ganyan lang. So, 4. Dito, ang denominator ng 4 natin is 1. So, 4 divided by 1 is 4 times 4, 16. Plus 4 divided by 4, 1 times 27 is 27. So, add natin. So, 16 plus 27, this is equals to 43. 43/4. So, therefore, ang x-coordinate ng focus natin ngayon is 43/4. Then, just copy the y-coordinate, which is 5. And this is now our focus. Okay, so, kung gusto nyo, you may use calculator on this part. So, check ko lang din. May katabi kong calculator ngayon. So, pwede nyo siyang isolve. So, 4 plus 27/4. Ayan, so tama. So, 43 divide by 43/4. Alright. Next, alam na natin ngayon si focus. Okay, so alam na natin ngayon si focus. Number 7, let's find the endpoints of latus rectum. So, number 7 natin ngayon is endpoints of the latus rectum. Okay, so ang endpoints of latus rectum natin, burahin ko lang to. Ayan. So, ang endpoints of latus rectum natin nandito. Ayan. Okay, ito yung endpoints of latus rectum. Ito yung latus rectum natin. Ito yung dalawang endpoints. Okay, so question, gaano kahaba si latus rectum? Question, gaano kahaba si latus rectum? Ang haba ni latus rectum is the focal length, as a focal diameter. So, ano ba yung focal diameter natin? Ang focal diameter natin is the absolute value of 4p, which is 27. So, ang haba ni latus rectum is 27. Okay. Now, question. So, kung 27 to, ang haba ni latus rectum, gaano kalayo yung focus natin sa isang endpoint ni latus rectum? So, yung kalahati ni 27. So, which is 27/2. So, ang layo niyan ay 27/2. Ayan. So, hanapin natin ngayon ang endpoints of latus rectum. So, ang reference point natin sa endpoints of latus rectum is the focus. So, ano ba coordinate ni focus? Ito, 43/5. 43/4, 5. So, sulat natin siya ng dalawang beses. So, 43/4, 5. Then, 43/4, 5. Alright? Next. Okay. Again, ang reference point natin dito ay si focus. Okay? Ang reference point natin dito ay si focus. Para mapunta siya sa isang endpoint, kailangan niyang tumaas. At the same time, kailangan niyang bumaba. Okay? Kapag tumaas or bumaba ang points, kapag ang movement ng point ay taas or baba, okay? Ano gagalaw? Is it the x-coordinate or y-coordinate? So, ang gagalaw ay y-coordinate. Okay, so since tataas at bababa, ang reference point natin, which is the focus, magdadagdag and magbabawas tayo ng ilang units. Ito, 27/2. So, ang gagawin natin in order to find the endpoints of latus rectum is magdadagdag and magbabawas tayo ng 27/2 sa y-coordinate ni focus. So, let's do it. So, magdadagdag tayo ng 27/2 and magbabawas tayo ng 27/2 sa y-coordinate ni focus. Now, let's solve it. Solve natin. So, just copy the x-coordinates, which is 43/4. Then, add natin. So, add natin dito. So, 5 plus 27/2. Alright, so 2 dito. Denominator niya is 1. So, 2 divided by 1 is 2 times 5. This is 10. Plus 2 divided by 2, 1 times 27 is 27. So, 10 plus 27, this is 37/2. Sige, check ko lang. 1 plus 27 divided by 2. Alright, so tama. This is 37/2. Okay. Now, let's solve sa kabila naman. So, minus naman dito. So, this is basically magiging minus. Magiging minus lang to. So, magiging minus to, magiging minus. So, 10 minus 27, this is negative 17. Check nga natin. 5 minus 27/2. Alright, so negative 17/2. Ito na ngayon yung endpoints of latus rectum natin. Alright, next. Okay, next, number 8. Let's find the, hanapin natin? Axis of symmetry. So, axis of symmetry. Symmetry. Ayan, symmetry. Okay, so tandaan natin, kapag axis of symmetry, nandito siya. Ito yung draft natin. Burahin ko lang yung mga nakasulat. Ito. Alright. Ayan. 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 So, ito yung graph natin. Ito yung axis of symmetry nandito. Okay? Ito yung axis of symmetry natin. So, observe. Ano yung tinamaan niya? So, tinamaan niya yung focus tsaka yung vertex. So, gawin natin, tingnan natin yung focus tsaka vertex natin. So, ito yung vertex natin 4, 5. Tama ba? Ang vertex natin ay 4, 5. Ayan, tama. So, ang vertex natin is ito, 4, 5. Okay, so ang vertex natin ay 4, 5. Tapos, ang axis of symmetry natin ay 43/4, 5. So, sulat natin dito para mas nakikita nyo. Pero kapag nagsasolve kayo, pwedeng din nyo nasisulat. So, ang vertex natin is 4, 5. Ang focus natin is 43/4, 5. So, again, paano natin hahanapin si axis of symmetry? Tingnan natin, compare natin yung dalawang points, yung vertex at focus. Anong coordinate silang magkamukha? So, magkamukha sila ng y-coordinate. Diba? So, tama ba? So, magkamukha sila ng y-coordinate. So, sulat nyo, y. Then, after nun, ano ba yung y-coordinate nila parehas? So, 5. So, ito na yung axis of symmetry. So, y equals 5. Again, kapag tinanong kayo kung ano yung axis of symmetry, mali kapag sinabi nyo 5. Okay, kasi kapag sinabi nyo 5 yung axis of symmetry, number yun, hindi yun line. Tandaan natin, ang axis of symmetry is the line. So, kapag tinanong kayo kung ano yung axis of symmetry, sasabihin nyo y equals 5. Alright, next, number 9. Last is the directrix. Directrix. Tandaan, ang directrix, baliktaran sila lagi ni axis of symmetry. Kung ang axis of symmetry natin ay y, ang directrix natin ay x. So, x. X equals. Okay, so paano natin siya malalaman? So, balikan natin yung draft. Ito yung draft natin. So, ang directrix natin nandito. Ito yung directrix. Ayan. So, ang reference point natin dito is the vertex again. Okay, question. Ano ba yung x-coordinate ni vertex? Again, ano ba yung x-coordinate ni vertex? Again, ito yung vertex natin, ha? Ito yung vertex natin. Ano yung x-coordinate niya? 4. So, sulat nyo muna 4. Okay. So, sir, tama na ba to? Hindi pa. Kasi x equals 4, nandito yung directrix natin. So, mali yan. Mali yan. So, ang directrix natin ay nandito. Ito yung directrix natin. Okay. So, paano natin malalaman si directrix? So, ito, observe, observe nyo to, observe na si vertex natin, kailangan niyang mag-move to the left para dumikit siya or malapit siya para dumikit siya dito sa directrix. So since kailangan niyang mag-move to the left, magbabawas tayo sa x coordinate ni vertex. So which is 4. Magbabawas tayo dito. So alam natin magma-minus tayo diyan. Now, question, gaano kalayo or gaano kalahaba yung gaano kalaki o ilang units yung ibabawas natin kay 4? Balikan natin. Tandaan natin, the distance between the vertex and the directrix is the focal length. Ano ba yung focal length natin? So, ang focal length natin is ito, 27/4. So, basically, babawasan natin ng 27/4 si 4. Okay, so let's do it. So, this 4. May 1 dito. So, 4 divided by 1, 4 times 4, 16. 4 divided by 4 is 1 times negative 27, 27. So, solve natin. So, 16 minus 27, this is negative 11. Negative 11/4. So, check ko lang sa calcu if tama yung solve ko. 4 minus 27 divided by 4. Ayan. So, negative 11/4. So, basically, ang directrix natin is x equals negative 11/4. Ayan. So, that's it. So, ito na ngayon yung sagot natin for items number 1 to 9. So, zoom out ko para makita nyo maigi. So, this is the process. Ito yung process kung paano natin na-solve yung standard form. Ito, zoom ko lang. And you may take screenshot if you want to. Then, para malaman yung mga components ni parabola, these are the steps na kinonduct natin. So, we have 1 hanggang 9 steps. So, we find the vertex, inalam natin yung opening, inalam natin yung focal length, inalam natin yung focal diameter, and so on and so forth. Ayan. So, this is our answers for items number 1 to 9. Alright, so next is let's answer the items for items 10 to 18. Dito tayo sa 10 to 18. Okay, so una, alamin natin, ano ba to? Is it a vertical or what type of parabola is this? So, is it a vertical or horizontal parabola? So, again, tingnan nyo lang ulit kung anong term na naka-square. So, naka-square is x squared. Diba? So, therefore, since x ang naka-square, this is a vertical parabola. Vertical parabola. So, it's either upward or downward ang opening ni parabola. Okay? So, now, hanapin natin yung standard form. So, 25x squared plus 20x plus 5y minus 1 equals 0. Sir, paano to? May coefficient sa x, which is 25. So, ano gagawin namin kapag ganito? So, pag ganito, make sure, before you transform it into standard form, again, we are dealing with parabola. When you are dealing with parabola, when you are dealing with the standard form of a parabola, tapos may coefficient yung term mo na may na naka-square, ang gagawin natin, aalisin lang natin to. So, bago natin to i-transform into standard form, tanggalin muna natin yung coefficient ni x squared. And how do we do that? So, divide natin lahat ng sides. Let's divide the whole equation by 25. So, let's divide it. So, ito, 25 squared divided by 25. So, cancel out na dito yan eh. So, matitira lang x squared. So, x squared. Plus, ito, 20x divided by 25. So, basically, yung mangyayari dito, Ito kasi si 20 is equals to 4 times 5. Ito naman is equals to 5 times 5. So, canceled out si 5, canceled out si 5. So, matitira lang is 4 over 5x. Ayan. Next, 5. Ito, 5y divide by 25. So, tandaan natin, si 25 equals sa 5 times 5. So, cancel si 5, cancel si 5. So, may iwan lang ay denominator na 5. So, plus 1 over 5y. Then, dito tayo sa susunod. Negative 1 divide by 5. That is negative 1 over 25 equals 0. So, ayan, kung napansin nyo, ang coefficient ni x, ang coefficient ni x, wala na, 1 na lang yan. So, ang coefficient, wala na siyang coefficient ngayon. So, in this way, mas madali na tayong transform into its standard form. Okay, so una, since na-observe nyo naman na ang naka-square dito is x, so therefore, lahat ng x terms ay i-isolate natin sa left side. Okay, so isolate natin. Ano ba yung mga x terms natin dito? Ang x terms natin ay x squared plus 4 over 5x equals. Lahat ng natira na terms, tatranspose natin dito sa right side ng equation. So kapag nag-transpose tayo, babaliktad din yung sign. So this is going to be negative 1 over 5y. Tapos, since this is positive negative, this is going to be plus 25. Ayan. And that's it. So, tapos tayo sa unang step. Next is, we complete the square. So, paano tayo magko-complete ng square? So, una, copy muna natin si left side ng equation. So, open bracket, x squared plus 4 over 5x plus space, closing bracket, then just copy the right side of the equation. So, negative 1 over 5y plus 1 over 25. Okay, next, paano tayo magko-complete the square? Una, ano ba coefficient ni x? Ang coefficient ni x is 4 over 5. Tapos, divide natin siya sa 2. So, kapag dinivide natin siya sa 2, basically, tina-times natin siya sa 1/2. Or pwedeng ganito. Diba, kunyari, kapag whole number yung yung coefficient ni x, ang ginagawa natin, kunyari, 5 divide by 2. So, since fraction, we are dealing with the fraction, sulat nyo muna to. So, 4 over 5, then, divided by 2. So, times 2 nyo yung denominator. Okay, so maraming process. Pwedeng ganito. Pwedeng 4 divide by 4 over 5 divide by 2. So, kapag ganito, di ba, in order to solve this, 4 over 5 times reciprocal ng denominator. So, ano ba reciprocal ni 2? 1/2. Di ba? So, I suggest, para mas matulin, kapag fraction, ganito lang gawin nyo. So, ano nangyari? So, kapag fraction, when you are dealing with fraction, ganito lang gawin nyo. Una, sulat nyo muna yung coefficient ng x. Ano ba yung coefficient ng x? Fraction. So, 4 over 5. Tapos, yung denominator, times nyo sa 2. Yan. So, yan, na-divide na natin by 2 yung yung coefficient ng x. Then, square it. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, makakancel si 2 tsaka si 4. So, bakit? Si 4 kasi natin is equals to 2 times 2. Tapos ito. So, pwede natin cancel si 2 dito, cancel dito si 2. So, ang matitira lang sa atin dito is, this is going to be 2 over 5 squared. Ayan. So, ito ngayon yung idadagdag natin dito sa missing space na yan. So, move ko lang to. So, add na natin. So, plus 2 over 5 squared. Okay, so now, to retain the equality of this equation, whatever you add to the left side of the equation must be also added to the right side of the equation. So, idagdag lang natin to. So, plus 2 over 5 squared. Okay, so in this part, at this moment, we already finished completing the square. Ayan, so, tinago ko lang siya dito para may reference kayo when you are, pag pinapanood nyo siya or nagre-review kayo. Ayan. Okay, next. Ano ba gagawin natin? Next, let's simplify. Magsisimplify lang tayo dito. simplify natin si right side of the equation. So again class, yung ginagawa kong way ng pagsosolve dito is procedural. So di ako nagpapakita ng shortcut. So if you find a shortcut, then do it. Walang problema sa akin. Okay? So ang step ko dito ay procedural. So kung ang trip nyo ay may nakita kayong way na mas matulin, then do it. As long as you keep on finding the right answer, then I have no problem with that shortcut. So, ayan, simplify natin yung right side ng equation. So, just copy 1 over 5y plus 1 over 25. Then, simplify natin to. So, 2 over 5 square. So, distribute lang natin yung exponent nito. So, 2 squared is 4. Then, 5 squared is 25. Okay, next, simplify pa uli natin. Let's simplify it even further. Okay, just copy lang natin yung may y term. Sorry. Yung y term. So, negative 5y. Then, add natin to. Add natin tong dalawa. So, kung mapapansin nyo, magkamukha sila ng denominator. So, kapag ganito, we can add it. Pwede natin i-add yung denominator nila. So, 1 plus 4, this is 5. Then, just copy the denominator. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ito, si 25, this is equals to 5 times 5. So, may lowest term natin siya. So, pwede nyo itong i-cancel out this part. So, matitira na lang is, copy ko lang ulit. So, matitira lang dito is 1 over 5. Cancel out si 5 sa baba. So, 1 over 5. Ayan. So, tapos na tayo sa simplification. Next, factorize natin yung left side ng equation. So, how do we factorize? So, una, parentheses. Then, since this is a groupings of x, sulat natin x, space, closing parentheses, squared. Ano yung nasa loob ng parentheses? 2 over 5. Positive. So, maglalagay tayo dito ng plus 2 over 5. Then, equals 1 over 5y plus 1 over 5. Okay, next, factorize natin yung coefficient ni y. So, just copy the left side. So, x plus 2 over 5 squared equals, copy natin yung coefficient, negative 1 over 5, parentheses. So, ito, negative 1 over 5y divided by 1 over 5. This is just 1. This is just y. Tapos ito, 1/5 divided by negative 1/5. This is just negative 1. So, paano yun? So, parang ganito. So, negative 1/5 divided by negative 1/5. So, magiging ganito siya. So, 1/5 times reciprocal nito. So, negative 5 over 1. So, cancel to. Cancel to. So, matitira lang is 1 times 1, negative 1. 1 times 1, 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Tapos 1 times 1 is 1. So, this is negative 1. Kaya siya negative 1 dito. Ayan. And now, meron na tayong standard form of the equation. Ito na yung standard form ng equation natin. Alright. So, alam na natin ngayon yung standard form of the equation. Next, hanapin natin yung mga components si parabola. So, paano natin hahanapin si components si parabola? Una, isulat nyo katabi niya yung standard form of parabola. So, of vertical parabola, which is x minus h squared equals 4p y minus 1. Y minus k. Ayan. So, una, let's find the vertex. Okay, number 1, let's find the vertex. Okay, again, ang vertex natin is in the form of hk. Okay, so ano ba yung h natin? Ang h natin is yung laging kasama ni x. Ano ba yung laging kasama ni x? So, dito, ang kasama niya ay positive 2/5. So, again, binabaliktad natin siya kapag nagiging coordinates na siya. So, this is going to be negative 2, 5. Next, ano yung k? Ang k natin is yung kasama ni y, which is negative 1. So, magiging positive 1. So, ito na ngayon yung focus, vertex natin. Number 2. Number 2, let's find the opening. Opening. Okay? So, una, hanapin muna natin si 4P. So, ang 4P natin, observe nyo to. Asan ba yun? Ito. Ang 4P natin is ito. So, ang 4P natin is negative 1/5. So, negative 1/5. Now, let's solve for P. So, 4P. So, 4P is equals to 1/5. Divide natin both sides by 4. So, nakita nyo, dinivide both sides by 4. Okay? Next, cancel out si 4. So, P is equals now to negative 1/4 times 5. This is 20. So, negative is 20. So, ang P natin is negative. So, remember, X ang naka-square. Groupings ni X ang na-square. So, therefore, this is ito, sinabi natin noong una, this is a vertical parabola. So, it's either upward or downward. Now, since this is negative, ano ang opening natin? Is it the upward or downward? So, this is downward. Kasi nga, negative ang P natin. So, downward ang opening. Next, number 3. Let's solve for, ano solve natin? Number 3 is the focal length. Ang focal length natin is the absolute value of P. E, na-solve na natin si P. So, hanapin na natin yung absolute value niyan. So, P natin is equals to negative 1/20. Then, absolute value natin both sides. Then, absolute value of P. This is equals to positive 1/20. And this is our focal length. Okay, number 4. Let's find the focal diameter. Okay, so ang focal diameter natin, ang formula niya is absolute value of 4P. Okay, absolute value of 4P. So, paano natin nalapin si 4P? Ito na siya eh. So, 4P is equals to 1/5. Negative 1/5. Then, find the absolute value of both sides of the equation. So, therefore, ang 4P natin or the focal length natin, which is in the form of absolute value of 4P, is, ano ba absolute value ni negative 1/5? Eh, di yung positive niya. So, positive 1/5. 1/5. Okay, so alam natin ngayon si vertex, alam natin yung opening, alam natin yung focal length, alam na natin ngayon yung diameter. Number 5. I-drawing na natin ngayon. So, draw the graph. Ito yung pinaka-importante dyan, class. Dapat may drawing nyo ng tama si graph. So, maalala natin, ang vertex natin nandito. Ito yung vertex natin. Let's say, ito yung vertex natin. Tapos, ang opening daw ng parabola natin is downward. So, ganito yung itsura niya. Yan. So, ganito yung itsura niya. Yan. Ganyan yung itsura niya. Alright. Okay, next. Number 6. Dito tayo sa number 6. Let's find now the focus. Focus. Okay, tandaan. Ang reference point natin sa focus, ang focus natin nandito. Okay? Ang focus natin nandito. Okay. So, gaano kalayo si focus kay vertex? Ang layo niya is the focal length. Ano ba yung focal length natin? So, ang focal length natin is 1/20. So, ang layo ni vertex kay focus is 1/20. So, tandaan natin, ang reference point natin para mahanap si focus is the vertex. So, ano ba yung coordinates ni vertex? Ang coordinates ni vertex is negative 2/5. Reference point natin is negative 2/5 and negative 2/5, 1. Ito ngayon yung vertex natin. Tandaan natin, ito yung vertex vertex to. Vertex yan, hindi yan focus. Okay. So, si vertex, ito yung vertex natin So, para siya makababa, o para siya mapunta dito sa focus natin, kailangan niyang move pababa. So, ano gagalawin natin? Again, ang vertex natin kailangan yung mag-move pababa. So ano gagalawin natin? Is it the x coordinate or y coordinate? So y coordinate. So since pababa, magbabawas tayo sa y coordinate. Ilang units? Ito. Negative. Magbabawas tayo ng 1 over 20 sa y coordinate ni vertex. So bawas tayo ng 1 over 20. Okay, so this is going to be negative 2/5. Then 1 minus 20, so 1 minus 1 over 20. So 20 minus 1, this is 19. Tapos dito may 20. So 19 over 20. Yan, ito ngayon yung focus natin. Ayan. Okay, so meron na tayo ngayong focus. So ang focus natin is in the form, ang coordinates ng focus natin is negative 2/5, 19 over 20. Okay, next, number 7. Ang 7 natin is find the endpoints of latus rectum. Endpoints of the latus rectum. Latus rectum. Okay, so, burahin ko lang to. So, yeah, wala na yung arm. Ito yung isang, ito yung focus natin. Okay, yung endpoints of latus rectum natin, nandito. Yan, yung endpoints of latus rectum natin nandito. So, ito yung latus rectum natin. Okay, so tandaan. So, gaano kahaba si latus rectum? Okay, ang haba ni latus rectum is the focal diameter. So, ano ba focal diameter natin? Ang focal diameter natin is 1/5. So, 1/5. So, 1/5 yung haba niya. Okay, so 1/5. Balikan natin. So, now, kung 1/5 ang haba nung latus rectum natin, gaano kalayo ngayon or gaano kahaba yung focus natin sa isang endpoint? So, ang layo niya is yung kalahati ni 1/5. So, ano ba yung kalahati ni 1/5? So, 1/5 divide with times by it, hanapin natin yung 1/2. This is 1 over 10. So, this is also 1 over 10. So, basically, ang layo ni focus, ito, sa isang endpoint is 1 over 10. Okay, 1 over 10. 1 over 10. Okay. 1 over 10. Okay, next. Ano reference point natin sa latus rectum? Sa endpoints of latus rectum, ang reference point natin is si vertex, si focus. Ano ba yung coordinates si focus? Ito. So, sulat natin muna yung coordinates si focus. So, negative 2/5, 19 over 20. Tapos, sulat natin yung dalawang beses. 2/5, 19 over 20. Okay. So, observe natin yung reference point natin, which is the focus. So, si focus, para makapunta siya sa endpoints of latus rectum, kailangan niya mag-move to the right, mag-move to the left. Ilang units? 1 over 10. So, since to the left and to the right ang movement niya, ano gagalaw? Is it the x coordinate or y coordinate? So, the x coordinate ang gagalaw. Kasi left and right, horizontal yung movement niya. So, dagdag or bawas? Dagdag and bawas. Ilan ang ibabawas natin? At ilan ang dadagdag? 1 over 10. Saan? Sa x coordinate. Kasi nga, left and right ang movement niya. So, magdagdag tayo ng 1 over 10. Magbawas tayo ng 1 over 10. Then, solve it. So, solve natin to. So, 2 over 5 plus 1 over 10. So, ano ba yung common denominator nila? So, 10. So, 10 divided by 5. This is 2 times negative 2, negative 4. So, plus 10 divided by 10 is 1 times 1 is 1. So, this is negative 3 over 10. So, you may use calculator para mas sure tayo. So, negative 2/5 plus 1, 10. So, negative 3 over 10. So, yung x-coordinate is negative 3 over 10. Then, just copy the y-coordinate, which is 19 over 20. Alright, next. Dito tayo. Sa susunod tayo. So, sa susunod naman, ang ginawa is minus. So, gagawin lang natin itong minus. Ayan, minus na siya. Okay, so solve natin. So, negative 4 minus 5, this is negative 5. So, maka-cancel to. Magiging 2 over 5 to. So, cancel yung 5. So, matitira is negative 1 half. So, negative 1 half 19 over 20. Check ko sa calculator para ma-sure. So, negative 2/5 minus 1 over 10. Okay, so negative 1 half. So, tama na. So, meron na tayo ngayong endpoints of the latus rectum. Okay, next. Dito tayo. After ng endpoints of latus rectum, let's find the axis of symmetry. So, axis of symmetry. So, in order to find the axis of symmetry, tandaan natin, balik tayo dito sa graph. Okay, ang axis of symmetry natin, tatamaan niya si focus. Ito. Tatamaan niya si focus, tsaka si vertex. Dito siya. Ayan. Ito yung axis of symmetry natin. Tatamaan niya si focus tsaka si vertex. Ano ba focus natin? Vertex muna. Ang vertex natin is negative 2/5, 1. Tapos ang focus natin is negative 2/5, 19 over 20. Okay, so same process. How do we find the axis of symmetry? Compare natin yung vertex tsaka focus. Anong coordinate sila magkamukha? So magkamukha sila ng x-coordinate. So ano ba yung x-coordinate nila? Ang x-coordinate nila, ulitin natin. Saan coordinate sila magkamukha? Sa x. So, sulat nyo muna x equals. Then, ano yung x-coordinate nila parehas? So, negative 2 over 5. And this is now our axis of symmetry. Okay, number 9. Last number is the directrix. Directrix. So, katulad ng sinabi ko, ang directrix natin, baliktaran lang sila ni axis of symmetry. So, since ang axis of symmetry natin is x equals negative 2 over 5, ang y-coordinate natin is, ang ka-directrix natin is y equals. Okay? Okay, so paano natin malalaman ngayon si directrix? Balik tayo sa graph. Okay? So, ang directrix natin nandito. Okay? So, ang directrix natin nandito. Ang reference point natin is si vertex. Okay? So, ano ba yung coordinate si vertex? Ang coordinate si vertex is ito, negative 2, 1. Ano ba yung sinulat natin sa directrix? Y. So, una, ano ba yung y coordinate ni vertex? Di ba 1? So, una, sulat nyo muna 1. Ito na ba yung tamang sagot? Hindi pa. Okay, so again, observe natin yung reference point Observe natin yung reference point natin. Ang reference point natin dito is the vertex. So, para makapunta siya dito sa directrix, kailangan niya mag-move upward. Upward ang movement. So, therefore, y coordinate ang gagalaw, tapos magdadagdag tayo. Question, ilang units ang idadagdag natin? Again, katulad ng sinabi ko, ang layo ni focal length, ang halayo ni focus kay vertex ay equal sa layo ni vertex kay directrix. So, focal length. So, ano ba focal length natin? So, ang layo ni vertex kay directrix is the focal length. Ano ba focal length natin? So, 120. So, again, observe para makapunta si vertex dito sa directrix natin, kailangan yung mag-move upward. So, kapag upward, y-coordinate, magdadagdag tayo ng 1 over 20. So, magdagdag tayo dito ng 1 over 20. 1 over 20. So, add natin. So, 20. Dito, 1 to. So, 20 divided by 20. This is 20 times 1. So, 20 plus 20 divided by 20. 1 times 1. This is 1. So, 20 plus 1 is 21 over 20. So, solve natin para ma-sure. 1 plus 1 over 20, that is 21 over 20. So, ang y natin ngayon is 21 over 20. So, therefore, ito yung directrix natin. So, ang directrix natin is in the form of y equals 21 over 20. And these are the components of the given parabola. So, ito yung given parabola natin. So, ito yung components niya. So, zoom out natin para makita niyo yung solution. Okay, so this is the process kung paano natin nahanap yung standard form. Ayan, so ito yung standard form natin. Next, ito naman yung step-by-step procedures kung paano natin na-solve yung mga components. Ayan. Ayan yung mga step-by-step procedure. So class, kung gusto nyo, right after nyo masolve yung dalawang questions na to, i-graph nyo ngayon. I-graph nyo yung vertex, i-plot nyo yung vertex, yung focus, yung endpoint sa flatus rectum, axis of symmetry, tsaka directrix. Tapos i-graph nyo yung given na equation. Tapos pwede nyo siyang malaman kung tama ba or mali yung sagot nyo. And those are the solution for practice set number 4. And hopefully, nasolve nyo ng tama, and if di nyo nasolve yung mga questions, this is the reason kung ba't ginawa ko yung video. So, para ma-solve natin or malaman nyo kung paano siya i-solve. And again, that's it. So, enjoy. Thank you for watching this video. And, ayun, happy solving. Thank you.